Throw plenty of dirt on the fire, Kenny. We don't want to start the grass.
Okay, Pop.
Yeah, I'd like to get started. It's still a half-day's ride to town.
I bet Aunt Ruth will be glad to see you after 7 years.
She sure will.
Did you have to stay away that long, Pop?
Yeah, I did, Kenny. But I can't tell you why just yet. It wouldn't be safe.
You were right, Hank. That's old Bob Parker.
Yeah, I was sure of it when I spotted him yesterday.
I never thought he'd show his face around here again. He knew what had happened.
Want us to take care of him?
Yeah.
What about the kid?
You can't afford to leave a witness.
Right.
The Gila River.
Yep, that's it.
What we've been told, the Lockhart Ranch now should be through that pass and to the right.
Well, then the town of Gila Flats must be more over to the left, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, sounds like somebody's starting a range war.
Sure does. Over there. Let's have a look. All right. Like the old boy needs some help.
Go. Keep down, Kenny.
What's it all about?
A couple of fellas jumped us.
Looks like they got reinforcements.
Yeah.
You wait here.
Right.
Let's cover him.
Old-timer?
Well, I'd rather not say right now, but thanks for the help, boys. My name's Parker. Everybody calls me Pop. And this is Kenny. Kenny Smith.
Hello, Kenny. My name's Pat. This is my partner, Stoney.
Hello, Pat. Hiya, Stoney.
Glad to know you.
Same here, son.
Boy, I wish I could handle a gun like you fellas do.
We only use guns to uphold justice, Kenny.
That's right, Kenny, but if I'd have been upholding justice over there, why, I'd have winged those bandits.
I see you must be law officers.
Well, could be.
That's what I want to be when I grow up, a government agent.
Yeah. Well, you would make a good one, Kenny. You sure would. Pop, you riding into town?
Yeah?
Well, fine. We'll help you break camp and ride in with you.
Well, thanks, boys.
Come on, Kenny. I'll give you a hand. There it is, Stoney.
Well, thanks a lot, boys.
Well, we'll see you both later.
Yeah.
Bye, Pop. Bye, Kenny.
Well, Pat Gallagher. How are you, Pat?
Tom Heflin. Nice to see you. You know my partner, Stoney Crockett?
No, I don't believe so. Mr. Crockett, how are you?
Glad to know you, Mr. Heflin.
Sit down, fella, sit down.
Well, thank you.
Now, what brings you to Gila Flats, Pat?
Well, the government's having a little problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's this.
A check for the Lockhart Ranch, huh?
I might have guessed it.
Tom, what's holding up this deal?
The owner, Bill Brandow, it's a question of title.
Well, what about the title?
Well, the government has to get clear title of the Lockhart Ranch. And if they don't get it, we have to abandon the whole project.
Well, that's why we're here. Clear up that title and pay off the rightful owner.
Yes, then you can continue with the government's project.
Stoney, maybe we'd better ride out and have a talk with Brandow.
Say, how do you get to this Lockhart place?
Well, you go out the main road, then you branch off onto the river road toward a notch in the hills. You can't miss it. You'll see it, fellas.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Nice to have seen you again, Pat, Mr. Crockett.
Right.
Seen you.
Goodbye, Miss Heflin.
Bye.
Yeah, you were right, gentlemen. I should never have tried to sell the ranch to the government till the title was clear.
Why did you try, Mr. Brandow?
Well, it's really very simple. I was as anxious to make a deal as the government, but I couldn't because of the legal technicality.
You mean waiting 7 years?
I was afraid if there was a delay, the money for the project would be turned back. You know how those things work.
You were taking a chance and going to jail. Selling property to the government without a clear title.
You can't put a man in jail for stealing from himself. And day after tomorrow, the property will be mine, free and clear. The 7 years will be up.
If no heirs appear.
Mr. Brandow, we're authorized to make a deal as soon as you can clear that title. So until day after tomorrow.
I'll be around, gentlemen.
So will we.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
Pat, let's go into town and get a room and something to eat.
You go ahead, Stoney. Something strange going on around. I want to find out.
Well, he seemed to talk straight enough.
That's just it, too straight. I'll see you in town.
All right.
That was sure good.
And now, Pop, maybe you'll tell me why you came back to town after 7 long years.
I had to, sis.
I don't understand.
Well, you will, the whole town will in just a little while. Well, I better be going. I have to see someone on business. Oh, Kenny, you remember what I told you in case anything ever happened to me?
You mean about your gun?
That's right. Now, don't you forget it.
Nice rig you got there. You gonna strike it rich this time, old-timer?
What do you mean, gonna strike it rich? I already have.
Yeah, well, tell me more.
You bet, son. Old Beelzebub here is carrying my fortune right on his back.
Gold, I suppose?
Nope. Something a heap more valuable.
More valuable than gold?
Yes.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Not at all, sir.
Well, that's bottles in there.
That's right. I, my friend, have come upon the greatest bonanza of all. A glass mine.
A glass mine?
Absolutely. That transparent treasure. The incomparable container. Why, think of it, friend. Just think of it. Where would the world be today without any glass? Eh? No babies' bottles. No chicken in the glass. No glass houses for owners to worry about throwing stones in.
Yeah?
Why, son, without any glass bottles, there'd be no bottlenecks.
Yeah, but you don't get glass from a mine.
You don't, eh? Well, then where did all these bottles come from, eh? From my mine. And it's mine. All mine. Unless you'd like to buy some stock in it, $5 per share. Preferred stock.
Well, I don't want to buy any stock, but... Hey, wait a minute. These bottles have got labels on them. Zerbo, the Miracle Hair Restorer.
Of course, friend. Another enterprise of mine. Formerly my livelihood. Now merely a sideline. Well, I guess I'd better be going.
Zerbo.
I'm afraid so, Baldy.
Where'd you get this phony coiffure?
Well, I have a very sensitive scalp. The desert sun, very irritating. Remember?
Not half as irritating as some characters I know.
Well, wouldn't you like to buy some stock in my mine anyway? Preferred stock, only $2.50 per share, non-assessable and fully paid.
I wouldn't take any stock in anything you had to say. And for 2 cents, I'd take every one of these bottles and break it over that ugly dome of yours.
Cost you more than that.
Why?
Because there's a 2-cent deposit on every bottle.
2 cents?
Yeah.
Wow. Hello, Kenny. Where's Pop?
He rode off to see someone.
Oh, isn't he afraid you'll get into trouble being left alone like that?
Oh, I'm not all alone. Pop's sister's down at the house, and she's supposed to look out for me.
Oh, Pop's sister, huh? Do you suppose she'd rent us a room?
Oh, sure, she runs the best rooming house in town.
She does. Well, I'll have to drop over there and see her.
Wait, where's your partner, Pat?
Oh, Pat went down by the river.
Oh, boy, I think I'll go down and see him.
Well, okay, you do that. But now you be careful.
Well, Parker, you're just the man I wanted to see. Come on in. Well, Pop, what are you doing back in Gila Flats?
No, didn't you send a couple of fellows gunning for me this morning?
I did?
Yeah. I heard tell you were aiming to sell the ranch, that you aren't going to get away with it, Bill.
What are you talking about? Why shouldn't I sell the ranch?
Because I was here at the ranch that night 7 years ago. And I know who killed Jim and Betty Lockhart.
Well, if you do, you're the only one who does. Why have you been keeping it a secret?
Because I didn't want the murderers to find the legal heir.
You mean there is one?
Yeah, and I'm the only one who knows who it is. And I'm here to make sure they get what belongs to them.
I don't think you will, Pop.
Murderers!
What'll we do with him, boss?
Oh, get Walt or Hank to help you and take him down to the river and drop him. And get rid of that gun.
Right.
Make one move and you're dead.
You got to be covered, partner.
Hello, Pat. I've been looking all over for you.
Have you, Kenny? Well, what's up?
Well, I've been thinking about what you said.
Oh, you mean about only using my guns to uphold justice?
Yeah, and a lot of other things.
A lot of other things. Like what?
Pop says you're government cowboys, are you, Pat?
Well, yes, you might call us Cowboy G-men. The G is for government.
Maybe I could be a Cowboy G-Man Jr. someday, Pat. Could I someday?
Sure you could, Kenny. You'd make a good one.
You know, Pop said it could have us gun on my next birthday. Could I shoot yours once, Pat?
Well...
Please, Pat, just once.
All right, Kenny. I'll tell you what we'll do. You see if you can't find something to shoot at. We'll have a little target practice.
This looks like a good spot. Let's get him off the horse.
And never point a gun at anyone.
Can I shoot first?
Sure, go ahead. Now get a good grip on it.
Hear that? Let's hurry this up.
I guess you're a mite small for this big gun.
No, I'm not, Pat. I just didn't have a good grip.
Oh, is that it? Say, did you hear that splash? Sounds like something fell in the river. Let's have a look. Kenny, you're almost a man now. I want you to do a man's job for me.
You can count on me, Pat.
Good. I want you to ride into town and get Stoney. Tell him to get out here in a double, will you?
Sure.
I'm sorry you saw that.
When I get Pop's gun, I'll get the killers.
Hi, old-timer. Did you see Pat down by the river?
Yes, it wants her right away, Stoney.
What's the matter, son?
Pop, he's dead. Someone killed him.
Oh, no. Oh, gee, Kenny, I'm sorry. You know who did it?
No. He was killed someplace else. They brought his body here.
You suppose it was those two that jumped him this morning?
It's a good bet that it was. He was shot twice. This one I dug out of him. The other one went clear through him.
Hey, Pat, that bullet didn't come from any standard Colt.
No, it came from a long barrel type like Pop's to make a mark on a bullet like that. He could have been killed by his own gun.
Did Pop have his gun on when you found him?
No. Say, they might have dropped it. Let's have a look. There's something shining right out there.
Hey, wait a minute. I'll get a branch or something and fish that out in a jiffy. Hey, Pat, I'll have that out of there in a minute. Here, let me get over there. Here, here, hold on to my belt here. Yeah. This'll be out. You know, I'm sure glad you're holding on to my belt. I know you wouldn't drop me.
Wouldn't what?
Drop me.
Oh, yes. Now that you're all wet, you may as well dive for it.
Well, hold my hat and don't go away. I'll be right back. You know something? You were right. They got rid of that when they dumped the body.
Yeah. Say, it's funny Pop would keep a gun like this. It's all out of balance.
Yeah, well, maybe he wanted it, you know, for keepsake. He promised it to Kenny.
Yeah. Well, nobody'd keep a gun like that. He must have had another reason. Give me your knife.
Did you do what I told you to?
Yeah. We threw him in the river.
Did anybody see you?
Yeah. That same kid that rode into town with Pop Parker this morning.
The same kid. What's the matter with me? We've got to get rid of that kid or I've wasted 7 years. Get my horse.
Right.
Hold that. Look at here. Got a bullet. A note.
What is it?
It's a drawing. Floor plan of a house.
Hey, that looks like that Lockhart Ranch house.
Sure does.
And that, see that arrow there? Over the fireplace? That might mean something.
A little quiet house breaking. Maybe we can find out what that means.
I hope there's a well there.
What?
Maybe I can drop you in.
What's your master?
That must be Pat and Stoney.
I killed him first. Doesn't look like anybody's home.
So that's a break for us. Come on. Arrow points over here.
Hey, I guess we followed the right trail after all.
Sure does.
What's in it?
I don't know. Have a look. There's the deed to the Lockhart Ranch. And there's a will signed with James Lockhart, leaving everything to his wife and his only son. There's a birth certificate for Kenneth Lockhart.
Kenneth Lockhart? Hey, could that be little Kenny?
It must be. That's why Pop was bringing him back, so he'd get what was coming to him.
Yeah, and Pop got it.
It's a good thing for Kenny. Pop put that floor plan in his gun.
Yes. Ouch!
What's the matter?
Splinter here.
Say, that's a bullet hole.
Wait a minute, I'll dig it out.
They both could come from the same gun.
Yeah. Hey, that's what happened to the second bullet.
Pop Parker was killed in this room.
Hey, Pat, look at these stains on the floor. You know, that could be blood.
Don't make a move.
You better do some good fast talking or I'll plug you both.
Whichever one you shoot, the other one will get you.
Yeah, no matter what happens, you can't win. Got him, Pat?
Yeah, I got him. Okay. Oh, hold him for a while.
Let's get out of here. Hey, Pat, you got the papers?
Right here.
All right, kid, where are they?
What are you talking about?
The papers of the ranch. We know who you are.
Why, who am I?
You're Kenneth Lockhart.
Lockhart?
I didn't think the kid knew.
No, Pop never told me. He said my name is Smith.
Now, come on, kid. Tell us where Pop hid that deed.
I don't know, honest. All he ever told me was to hang on to his gun.
Why?
I don't know.
You'll talk or else.
Really, mister, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, take him over the river. We'll make him talk.
All right.
Don't. We can't take a chance on hitting Kenny. Look, why don't you work your way around and see if you can't get behind him?
It'll be a pleasure.
Look! Get Brandau! You all right, Kenny?
Sure.
Okay. There you are.
He tried to kill me, Pat, and he said my name was Lockhart.
That's right, Kenny. Nobody knew who you were except Pop. That's why he took you away, to keep the secret.
Yeah, you see, Kenny, Pop was the only one that knew that Brandau killed your parents.
You'll never prove those murders.
We don't have to. We can prove that you killed Pop, and we've known you hang you once anyway. Kenny, got something for you.
What is it?
It's a check. The government wants to buy some of your land.
Gee.
Hey, what are you going to do with all that money, Kenny?
Why, use it to develop my mind.
Your mine?
Yes, the one on my ranch.
Well, say, I might like to invest in a mine like that. You know, kind of help you run it. What kind of a mine is it? Gold? Silver?
Neither one. It's a glass mine.